18. Ningning was about to clear up supper things from Grandpa's bedside when they heard a truck screeching to a halt and a sudden loud commotion not too far away. People, Japanese troops, scuffling around, kicking doors, smashing windows, yelling or cussing in a tone either too rough or too strange to be intelligible to her. She could hear the sounds of pitiable backing and groaning trailing off into a long, desperate wail. A shot ran out. Her hands holding the cups and a bottle of pickled vegetables trembled. "Hurry," Grandpa whispered. "Back to your hideout." Whatever it was getting closer. Heavy booted feet could be heard shuffling in the alley outside. More rough yelling in a strange tongue. Ningning climbed up and fell over into the coffin. Before she had let the lid fall, she heard Grandpa whispering again, "Don't move, and don't make any noise, no matter what." She lay there in darkness, motionless, feeling her heart beating wildly, a sickening knot developing in the pit of her stomach. The commotion outside was getting closer and more furious. It moved from right outside to right underneath her. The sound of kicking, smashing, yelling, muffled cries from a woman's voice. "Cover your ears, Ningning," she heard Grandpa's voice coming through. She put an index finger into each ear and pushed so hard that she could feel her arms trembling. She closed her eyes tight. The commotion below raged on. She could feel it. The whole building shook. The reverberations reached her in her dark hiding place and bounced back and forth, sending her mind spinning. There was a loud gunshot. Bang! Ningning jumped at the sound, shaking uncontrollably. She could feel something else. A heavy, hurried pounding on the flight of wooden steps leading upstairs to her home. Instantly, there was a loud crack of wood as the door was kicked flying open on its hinges, striking the wall and bouncing back. Ningning froze, holding her breath. There was shuffling sound as the feet went from one room to another. Things in the house were being thrown about. There was silence. Silence. More shuffling. But then she heard it, footsteps going back down the stairs. Silently, Ningning opened her mouth and gasped for air. She heard more furious commotion going downstairs. Then a loud report, bang, like a firecracker had just gone off indoors. More silence. Ningning removed her fingers from her ears slowly. She wanted to push open the lid and jump out of the cramped, smothering coffin. "Ningning." It was Grandpa's voice, like a whisper. "Grandpa, are you all right?" "Yes, and you?" Can I get..." "Not yet." "What have they done to our home?" "Broken a few things, that's all." "You saw them?" "No." "Didn't they come in?" "Yes." "Did they do anything to hurt you?" "No." Probably too scared by the sight of an ugly old man in bed, mouth wide open, must have been dead for Grandpa a while. "And the black coffin over there, they got out of here quick." "Oh, stop it, Grandpa." But she allowed herself to giggle slightly. "The Japanese, you know," Grandpa continued, "are like us Chinese. They're not too fond of dead old men and black coffins." "You are still alive, Grandpa." "I know." "Grandpa," she asked after a pause, "what happened downstairs?" Grandpa didn't answer. "What happened?" "I don't know." "I heard something like a gunshot." "Oh? Didn't you hear it? It must be very bad." "Yes, very bad," Grandpa murmured. "How bad? Are Auntie Huang, Uncle, and the twins okay?" "I don't know." Ningning could hear Grandpa sniffling. "I think they're gone," he said. "Who?" "The Japanese." "Oh." Slowly, carefully, Ningning pushed open the lid and climbed out of the coffin. She threw herself onto Grandpa's bedside, gave him her hands, and he took her hands in his. They held each other for a long time. Grandpa took one of his hands and brushed her short hair lovingly. It was early evening and the room was dim. Ningning could make out the mess sprawled in the main room. As she tiptoed into the room, she could picture the same mess inside her own small room and Mama and Papa's bedroom without even setting foot there. She turned her gaze toward the open front door. Ningning, Grandpa whispered. Don't. I won't. She would be too scared to go down there by herself. But poor Auntie Huang, Uncle, and the twins. Suddenly she heard a tap, tap, tap on the window pane, soft and almost inaudible. She heard it again, tap, tap, tap. She tiptoed toward the window. They were on the second floor. Auntie Huang, tap, tap, tap. She unlocked the window and swung it open slowly. Ningning's face lit up with joy. Hey, kiddo, she exclaimed. There, perched on the outside windowsill, was Lucky. She gave the bird her open palms. Lucky leapt onto them blithely. What is it? Asked Grandpa. Lucky! What? She could hear the excitement in Grandpa's voice. After closing the window with her elbow, Ningning tiptoed back to Grandpa's bedside. Lucky's back, she announced, and brought the bird in front of Grandpa. Grandpa held out his palms. Lucky leapt onto them, tilted his little head to one side first, and then to the other, fixing his childlike gaze on Grandpa. Oh, my little precious. Grandpa's hands were shaking. My little precious is home again. Ningning went to fetch his cage. Inside was the small wooden saucer with the rice still in it. Easy, easy, she said as they watched Lucky relishing his meal inside the cage. Don't overstuff yourself. My little precious must have been starved, Grandpa murmured tenderly, and scared too. Kiddo, she said, you'll never go hungry again from now on. I'll take care of you. Promise. Lucky looked up. His beady shining eyes searched her face, and, as if convinced, he resumed pecking inside the small wooden saucer, making a content, joyous twittering noise now and then.